Part 2 of Carl Jung, Man and His Symbols. Picking up from page 23. We can become aware of such happenings only in a moment of intuition or by a process of profound thought that leads to a later realization that they must happen. They must have happened. I got that one wrong again. And though we may have originally ignored their emotional and vital importance, it later wells up from the unconscious as a sort of afterthought. It may appear, for instance, in the form of a dream. As a general rule, the unconscious aspect of any event is revealed to us in dreams, where it appears not as a rational thought, but as a symbolic image. As a matter of history, it was the study of dreams that first enabled psychologists to investigate the unconscious aspect of conscious psychic events. It is on such evidence that psychologists assume the existence of an unconscious psyche. Though many scientists and philosophers deny its existence, they argue naively that such an assumption implies the existence of two subjects, or to put it in common phrase, two personalities within the same individual. But this is exactly what it does imply, quite correctly. And it is one of the curses of modern man that many suffer from this divided personality. It is by no means a pathological symptom. It is a normal fact that can be observed at any time and everywhere. It is not merely the neurotic. It is not merely the neurotic whose right hand does not know what the left hand is doing. This predicament is a symptom of general unconsciousness that is undeniable common inheritance of all mankind. Man has developed unconscious slowly and laboriously. That's the first time I read that word. In a process that took untold ages to reach the civilized state, which is arbitrarily dated from the invention of script in about 4000 BC. And this evolution is far from complete, for large areas of the human mind are still shrouded in darkness. What we call the psyche is by no means identical with our consciousness and its contents. Whoever denies the existence of the unconscious is in fact assuming that our present knowledge of the psyche is total. And this belief is clearly just as false as the assumption that we know all there is to be known about the natural universe. Our psyche is part of nature, and its enigma is as limitless. Thus, we cannot define either the psyche or nature. We can merely state that we believe them to be and describe, as best as we can, how they function. Quite apart, therefore, from the evidence that medical research has accumulated, there are strong grounds of logic for rejecting statements like, "There is no consciousness." Those who say such things merely express an old age misoneism, 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 a fear of the new and the unknown. There are historical reasons for this resistance to the idea of an unknown part of human psyche. Consciousness is very recent acquisition of nature, and it is still in experimental state. It is frail, menaced by specific dangers, and easily injured. As anthropologists have noted, one of the most common mental derangements that occur among primitive people is what they call the loss of a soul, which means, as the name indicates, a noticeable disruption, or more technically, a disassociation, of consciousness. And that's it. That's it for today. Went from, I think, page 23 to page 24. So not too much progress, but good enough. Let me know if you have any comments, recommendations, questions, queries, or concerns. Thank you.